Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Connect Africa. In the latest news, breaking news from Nigeria, the protesters are seen now in the northern state, Kano, with Russian flag, basically asking for Putin's intervention because the Tinubu administration is not working for them. And they have said, they have stated quite a serious statement. Hello, I am Mahlet, Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from the continent. Now, it just came out like a couple of hours ago, this news, and I'm gonna share it with you. So this is actually in some, like there are three, if you Google about this, there are 3 or 4 published online texts or articles about this, but in a couple of them, you don't see actually the picture or the text of the article. You just see only the topic. So I think the government is removing this. They don't want it to be really, to get a view and others to report about it. So the news is that now some Nigerians in the Kano city in the northern part of the country are waving Russian flags amid the nationwide the hashtag End Bad Governance protest, calling for an end to economic hardship. So the protest has largely been marred by violence, looting, and destruction of the public and private properties in the northern part of the country. This is actually, that's what the article says. So far, 22 people have died. Some say 13, some say 14, but the last number is like 22. So it's a very well-planned protest that they have, before a week of the start, they have released a statement what type of clothes people have to wear to have a Nigerian flag, to carry a placard, what kind of mottos have to be written on the placard. Also, it seemed a very organized protest, and also where to meet, the places were also mentioned. So that is also like transparency for me. It all seemed a peaceful protest, the way it was organized and the things that has been released prior to the start of the protest. I don't know how this is really turned to a deadly one, and people have started to distract or to destroy properties, whether it's private or government. Maybe there are some, I don't know, hijackers, or the police have provoked them to do so. There are a number of things that are coming out, but it's just yet to be seen. It is planned for to be a 10 days of protest. So going on in this protest, where the people have held the Russian flag, it is in the city of Kano, northern Nigeria's commercial nerve center. Pictures on social media showed protests waving Russian flag as they marched through the city. You don't find this video. This is only picture, and perhaps they might remove it later. On YouTube, you don't see any video, but on Instagram, you can see. So these pictures were taken, they say, firstly on Thursday, but it continued until Saturday. So there was a curfew. The crowd defied the 24-hour curfew imposed by the state government and marched along the Beyecha University Road, where the Emir's Palace is located. So the government is saying that this is the person who have sponsored in the city this demonstration. Now, the demonstrators expressed a desperate and urgent need for change, saying the current situation is unsustainable, noting that they would rather risk days from violence than continue to suffer from hunger and deprivation. That's what, they gave a statement. It continue also, actually, they have called Bola Tinubu as well. Now, this is how they're, what they have said. So in quotation, we rather die of bullets than to die of hunger. We cannot stay at home and die of hunger. This is one of the protester who said this, telling the cable media, where you see this. The photographs that I am sharing with you is also from the cable media. It's a local media, by the way. They also said, in quotation, the protesters, we cannot stay at home because we don't have anything to feed our family. No water, no food, this curfew. That's why we are out to protest again. So it was in bad governance. That was the hashtag. But again, now they are protesting the measures that the government took, which is a curfew of 24 hours. I think the government is prolonging it, like making it this long and difficult. So far, I mean, they're asking, the opposition leader, Peter Obi, also has asked for the government to address, for Bola Tinubu to address the nation. They said that Bola Tinubu is about to address the nation tonight, but I don't know if he did. I haven't seen anything or any video. I haven't come across of that. The protesters also said, in quotation, we are raising the Russian flag because we believe Tinubu is playing his imperial master's scripts. The World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, that is the IMF, and the United States of America. Quote closed. You heard me. That's not me. This is what, the protesters are caught being, saying this. It's all in their own words. Salman Garba, the state police commissioner, told the reporters that some of the youths were hiding under a program organized by an unnamed politician at the Nasarawa palace of Aminu Ado Bayero, the deposed emir of Kano. So this is what I told you. They think this deposed emir of Kano is serving as a hiding place for the sponsors of this, according to some, the sponsors of this demonstration. I really don't understand the heads of states and also the imperialists always, when they see that, particularly our heads of states, when people demonstrate, that they try to blame it on opposition leaders or foreign powers, this and that. They don't think that, I mean, it could happen, they're right, we have come across, we have experienced such things, but for some reason, they don't think that this is a real question of the people or the nations that they are leading. This is like a big detachment from the people, that if Bola Tinubu don't know that the people really have been hungry and there is a problem of economy and with a number of layers on it, then I doubt that if this guy is really leading Nigeria. But the same thing with William Ruto. You have he was trying to blame it on the Ford Foundation of the US, on the oppositions. I mean, 3-4 times he has blamed it to on different individuals and organizations or institutions, foreign powers. So it just, I mean, this tells how confused they are, or how detached these heads of states are from the people that they are leading. I mean, supposedly, these are the people who gave their vote for them, whether, I mean, Bola Tinubu's winning election is in question mark. But for William Ruto, people have rooted for him. And that kind of gap was really unexpected from him. So this is what we see. The Russian engagements extend from deepening ties in North Africa and spreading its reach in the Central African Republic. Yes, the Wagner Group is present in the Alliance of the Sahel States, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. But also, the northern part of Nigeria, they share a very deep, they have a historical tie with this. They share also a border with Niger, a very long one. So there's Burkina Faso and Mali also. They have a this deep historical relationship with the Sahel states. And remember, a year ago when ECOWAS threatened Niger to militarily intervene, it was the elders from the northern part. Nigeria has these different states that they have governors, and there is a federal government in which the head of state is Bola Tinubu. So the different governance, and together with the elders from the northern part, because they share this long border, and they share also same tribe are living partly in in the northern part of Nigeria, partly in Niger. So they came to Bola Tinubu and they told him, no, these are basically our brothers and sisters. You cannot intervene militarily in this country. It will be brothers against brothers, sister against sisters. So you cannot send a military. That's why Bola Tinubu was just trolling the issue. And at the end, although he had a pressure from the France and US to intervene or to invade Niger militarily, but he didn't do it because these people have warned him, these elders. And it's just that the same tribe is living in the northern part of Nigeria and then the southern part of Niger. Of course, they're separated by colonizers. And this is, of course, that's why we say the borders are drawn by the colonizers. This is not something from African people. And many countries are like that. And you see them today having a war because Niger was colonized by French and the British were colonizing Nigeria. And it's really sad. What else do we have in this article? So one of the demands on the placards raised by a protester in Kano read, "End insecurity." So earlier this year, a Russian military instructor arrived in Niger Republic to train the Western African nation's army. Yeah, I mean, the deal was part of an agreement between both countries to increase cooperation as a West African country, one of the poorest, you know, how this, Nigeria is really, it's the heads of the state. I mean, the government, it's a purely implementing the Western agenda that is against the interest of the people of Nigeria. And do not be surprised this northern part of Nigeria come up with a demand actually to be separated if Tinubu really doesn't resolve this peacefully, to be separated from the southern part and perhaps to unite with the alliance of the Sahel states. I might be the first one who said this, but mark my word, if they don't give this thing a solution, we will hear this kind of statements coming out from these protesters. Okay, this is how separatists, you know, start their, if that is really a genuine one. Somebody said you need a Burkina Faso flag. I mean, I'm with you on that one, really. Yeah, I'm with you because, okay, well, it's one thing about the Russian flag, but it's also these countries have been an example by taking the matters in their own hands and ensuring their territorial sovereignty and economic sovereignty and kicking out these imperialists, neo-colonizers from their territory for once and for all. And yeah, there is no better example or best actually than raising the flag of the Alliance of the Sahel States. So thank you for who was that person who commented this, never trust son of man, King James. Okay, so yeah, I'm with you on that one. Going home to Mount Zion, Nigeria has been kidnapped. Definitely, Nigeria is fully immersed into imperialist agenda. Glenn Nelson, you're making a good effort. Keep it up. The West has dumped us all down on purpose. Thank you. I think we all can throw our 2 cents, and we are just trying. In our little capacity or limited capacity that we have. There has long time been agitation to divide Nigeria. Your brother John, you mean by the local governments? Okay. Patricia Cox, Glenn Nelson, the Juma Boutique. Who else I have? Osi, hi, Osi was early here, so thank you all, and yeah, great things. Thank you for your engagement. Let me see if there's any other questions. I would guess that the natives of Kano have seen how their brothers and sisters in Niger Republic are now thriving after the coup and recognize that President Putin is a major factor in this. Yeah, they have done it by their own. They got a help now, to fight it, because the terrorists are getting a help from France, basically. Trained by France in the neighboring countries like Benin and Cote d'Ivoire, and coming, attacking Niger. And Niger is really the resilience of both the government and the people is something really amazing. They just got this crude oil, they built this pipeline, and they cannot do it, after all that economic pressure and sanction because of this terrorism. And yeah, if Wagner Group can help them, let them help them. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, hi, the Juma, hello. Good then. I think that's good. 17 minutes. I didn't even plan it to be. It will be long, 17 minutes. But thank you all really for your support here, for trusting us, for engaging, for commenting, suggesting. Thank you for your support through our PayPal account. Thank you, really, all of you. You know who you are. Thank you. We cannot thank you enough. We are trying our best to be here as often as possible. A lot is going in the continent. So I'll see you on the next one. I will share the statement of General Abdurrahman Tihiyani, of Niger's president, in marking, their 1-year anniversary. Akufo-Addo went running to the Americans because he suspected. Yeah, exactly. Your channel is making a difference. I see Western media speaking on issues that you topic on. Okay, thank you. Which one is that, James? King James. Okay. All right, then. Yes, Osie, we have seen that, in a daylight, Akufo-Addo asking Blinken and the president, Biden, for the Americans to help them. That is a clear, a sabotage, betrayal at its best. Maybe that's even an understatement, really, what Akufo-Addo done in December 2022 during that summit. It was really embarrassing, and we did report about it. Okay, yeah. All right, then. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye-bye, and stay safe. Be blessed. Have a good weekend. Okay, and yeah, be safe wherever you are. Continue to share our videos, to subscribe, to like it. That's all. Ciao.